In Japan, actions carry the weight of words that are almost never said. For instance, a Japanese woman was once asked why she rarely told her husband she loved him. Her response, "Why should I say it? I make his bento every day." That is not a translation error. In Japanese culture, the word aishiteru, I love you, is so heavy that couples can spend entire relationships together without saying it. Not that they don't feel it. It's that conveying it out loud is almost beside the point. The feeling is already visible. It's in the food. In Japan, the responsibility for communication doesn't rest entirely with the person who needs to be understood. There is a concept called Omoiyari, the ability to grasp the unexpressed feelings of someone else, that places equal weight on the receiver. Reading what isn't said is not a failure of communication in Japan. It is the point. And if Omoiyari means someone else carries the weight of what couldn't be spoken, then the ketchup message on a plate of omu rice isn't decoration. It is the entire conversation. Marin Kitagawa is not someone who struggles to express herself. She is loud, enthusiastic, and completely unguarded about what she loves. But in episode 7 of My Dress Up Darling, when she decides to cook omu rice for Gojo during their home date, something quietly reveals itself. Her first thought when picturing the dish is writing love or drawing a heart on it in ketchup, a natural instinct for a Japanese person putting care into this specific entree. What she actually produces is a mess. The omu rice barely holds its shape, and the ketchup comes out uneven. She ends up writing sorry instead. She does eventually manage to shyly apologize out loud. But the omu rice got there first. The Japanese economic crash of the 1990s created a generation of salarymen who had nothing waiting for them after work. In response, the first maid cafe, Cure Maid Cafe, opened in Akihabara in 2001 and served omu rice with ketchup drawings. The maids drew hearts and characters, or anything the customer wanted on top of their eggs, then called out "Momo-kyun," a chant that roughly translates to something like super cute feelings, while gesturing toward the plate. The meal was blessed. The customer was cared for. Maid Sama builds its entire central tension around this. Misaki runs her school with total authority, composure, and zero emotional availability. Yet she secretly works at a maid cafe where her entire job is performing warmth for strangers over a plate of omu rice. The moment the male protagonist, Usui, discovers this isn't about exposure. It's about him seeing the gap between the two versions of the same person and choosing to cherish the reality of both of them. Japan looked at the clumsy, private, impossibly sincere gesture of a ketchup heart and decided to build an industry around it. Not cynically, but genuinely. Because in a nation where authentic expression is almost an impossible ask, there is real need for infrastructure built around giving its people a socially acceptable reason to receive something warm and personal from someone else. The omu rice is not a gimmick. It is what happens when a culture that cannot always say the thing finds a way to articulate it anyway. But that need doesn't stop at the dinner table. It shows up in architecture too. There is a door in almost every Japanese school that is always locked, and anime keeps opening it anyway. That's Friday.